Imagine for a second that you're standing on a train platform in the heart of Tokyo. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the city is moving at a frantic pace, and thousands of people are squeezing into silver train cars. You find a small corner to stand in, and right next to you is a young mother with a toddler. The child is tired, the air is thick, and suddenly it happens. The toddler starts to scream. It's that high-pitched, ear-piercing meltdown that every parent in the world recognizes. In most cities, the atmosphere would change instantly. People would glare, the mother would start sweating, and she'd likely start digging through her bag for a snack or a phone, anything to make the noise stop. But here, in the middle of Tokyo, something different happens. The mother doesn't panic, she doesn't yell, she doesn't even whisper a threat. She just stands there, calm and centered, watching her child with a look of quiet patience. It's as if she knows a secret that the rest of us have forgotten.
This scene isn't a fluke. It is a reflection of a parenting culture that consistently produces some of the most self-disciplined, empathetic, and resilient children in the world. For years, researchers from places like Harvard and Stanford have looked at Japan to understand why their kids seem so much better at regulating their emotions. And the answer isn't that Japanese parents are stricter or that the kids are naturally quieter. It comes down to a few core philosophies that are so simple yet so deeply rooted in human psychology that they completely flip the script on how we think about discipline. In the West, we have been conditioned to think of discipline as something we do to a child. We see bad behavior and we react. We treat the child like a problem that needs to be fixed or a fire that needs to be put out. But in Japan, the mindset starts with a word called Shitsuke. Now, if you look at how that word is written, it tells you everything you need to know. It combines the characters for body and beauty. It's the idea of attaching beauty to the person. It's not about punishment or control. It's about shaping a child's character until good behavior isn't something they do because they are told to, but something they do because it is part of who they are. Think about the way we usually handle a tantrum. We see it as defiance. We see it as a child being difficult. But a Japanese parent sees a tantrum as a skill gap. They look at that screaming toddler and they don't see a bad kid. They see a human being who hasn't learned the skill of emotional regulation yet. It's a subtle shift, but it changes everything. If your child couldn't read, you wouldn't punish them for failing a reading test. You would sit down and teach them the alphabet. Shitsuke treats behavior exactly like reading or riding a bike. It's a set of skills that must be taught through repetition and modeling, not through fear of consequences.
This leads us to the way Japanese parents actually interact during those difficult moments, which is a concept called Mimamoru. This translates to watching over while protecting. In our modern world, we have become experts at intervening. We see a child struggling with a zipper, and we do it for them. We see them arguing over a toy, and we jump in to settle the dispute. We do this because we love them and we want to help, but there is a hidden cost to all that help. Every time we rush in to fix a problem, we are accidentally telling the child that they aren't capable of handling it. We are stealing their opportunity to grow. The mother on that Tokyo train was practicing Mimamoru. She was giving her child the space to feel the frustration and find the way out of it on his own. In developmental psychology, they call this the productive struggle. It's that uncomfortable space where learning actually happens. By not jumping in immediately, she was letting her child build the foundation of real confidence. Not the fake confidence that comes from a parent saying "good job," but the deep internal confidence that comes from actually doing something hard. It's the realization that I was upset, I was struggling, and I survived it. That is how resilience is born. Now, you might be thinking that this sounds a bit distant or even cold, but the reality is the exact opposite. All of this independence is built on a foundation of incredible warmth called Amae. In the West, we are often afraid of spoiling our children. We worry that if we hold them too much or let them sleep with us, they'll become clingy. But the Japanese approach is the reverse. In those first few years of life, the bond is incredibly close. There is constant physical touch. The child is never made to feel alone. This isn't babying, it's providing the fuel for future independence. Neuroscience shows us that a child who feels 100% securely attached actually develops a more stable nervous system. Because they know they have a safe harbor to return to, they feel braver about exploring the world. They don't need to act out to get your attention, because they already know they have your heart.
When you combine this deep security with the expectation of responsibility, you get something amazing. You've probably heard about Japanese students cleaning their own schools. They don't have janitors sweeping up after them. The kids do it themselves. This isn't about saving money on cleaning staff. It's about identity. From a very young age, Japanese children are given small daily rituals. It could be as simple as setting the table or carrying their own bag. These aren't chores, they are signals. They are the way a parent says, you are a capable person. You are someone who contributes to this family. When a child grows up with these rituals, they don't see cleaning or helping as a burden. They see it as a reflection of who they are. Identity is a much more powerful driver of behavior than any rule could ever be. If you tell a kid, don't be messy, they might listen for 5 minutes. But if a kid believes, I am a person who takes care of my things, they will clean up without being asked. That is the ultimate goal of parenting, to move from external control to internal character.
So, how do we take these centuries-old ideas and bring them into our own busy lives? It starts with a simple pause. The next time your child is melting down or struggling with a task, don't react with your fixer brain. Instead, try the 10-second rule. Just wait. Watch them with the eyes of Mimamoru. Give them a chance to surprise you. And in the quiet moments, focus on the connection. Build that sense of Amae so they know they are safe. Introduce one small ritual, just one, where they take responsibility for something in the house. No stickers, no rewards, just the simple expectation that they are part of the team. Japanese parenting isn't about being perfect, and it isn't about having kids who never cry. It's about changing the way we look at children. They aren't projects to be managed, they are humans to be guided. By shifting from punishment to teaching and from control to trust, we can help them find that beauty of the body within themselves. It's a slower path, and it requires more patience from us as parents, but the result is a child who is not only well-behaved, but truly strong, resilient, and kind. It all starts with that first moment of calm. One ritual, one breath, and one small act of trust at a time.
Comment below and subscribe the channel for this type of video. Thank you.